one.
So Dean just changed the filters. It's still showing zero parts per million. We're gonna test what the water's at when Dean is done washing this coach. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a beautiful day here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and today I'm hanging out with the legend Dean Laux. How you doing, sir?
Oh, great, everyone. Good to see you.
We're out here washing your coach and stacker trailer, and you noticed something a little bit different out here in Las Vegas that you've never seen before. What's going on, sir?
Well, I think we started with something simple yesterday with just washing the car, right?
Yeah.
So I put brand new DI tanks in my unit that I've had for 3 years.
How many times can you usually wash your coach and stacker trailer on one filter?
If I replace it's brand new, I can at least get 3 washes. So I put a brand new set in before I left Florida. First chance I had to wash it was in Mesquite, Nevada. All I did was wash the coach. Well, the trailer, coach and trailer. And I get here and we wash the car, and I said, Andrew, look, I got spots. You went over and checked the gauge. It was 412 or something ridiculous.
I'm from the Southwest, so I was just telling Dean that the water here is probably about 3 or 4 times as hard as water in other parts of the country.
It's like, where'd this come from?
And that's when I went into panic mode, because we had a black Range Rover, and actually Dean was washing it by himself, and I walked up and
It's like, we gotta get this off.
we got a problem here. So hard water all over it. Then we had to polish the Range Rover out to get all the hard water spots off. They did come out pretty easy with the ceramic, but we wanted to give you guys a real look at what the actual costs are of these DI filters and how long they last. So do you know roughly what the cost is on these filters?
I thought they were around $80 to $90 for a set.
Okay.
And that could be the media, and maybe it was like 110 if you got the media in the cartridge as one. But as you saw, we just got the bags of media and put the media in it. So
we had brand new fresh filters. We wanted to test those filters and see how long they would last. So we just got done washing Dean's coach and stacker, and we tested it from 0 to see how well they lasted. Zero parts per million. So Dean, how long have you been using deionized water for?
Oh, probably 3 years.
Okay.
This is the first system I bought, and I carry it with me wherever I go when I'm on the road. Down at River Landings, I got a big system, so I use that on everything, between washing the house, the driveway, the cars.
Yeah.
I just use it on everything.
Everything. Once you've used it, yeah. So Dean has washed his stacker trailer, the back of his coach, and this side of his coach. He still needs to get the bugs off the front end and wash the other side of the coach. These were brand new filters when he started. Let's see what the meter is reading right now. So we turn the on button on there. It's already at 8. So it was just at 0 back there. Every drop that comes out is burning up that DI resin. So let's see how much more life we have left in these filters. Okay, bugs are off the front of the coach. Let's test the water, see what it's looking like. Dean, what's your guess? What number? It was 8 about 3 minutes ago. What do you think it's at now?
16.
16. All right, let's check. 14 parts per million. Getting pretty close to the finish line. Halfway through this second side, where do you think we're at on the water reading?
And 18, 19.
18, 19, let's check. 31. We're not.
20 you throw it out.
We should be throwing it out right now. You're supposed to change it at 020. We're gonna have to gamble and just wash the rest of the coach.
This part's getting repainted in a month. You know, we're gonna sand it down, so it's all right if I get some water spots on it. But it goes to show you that you got to keep checking this stuff wherever you're at in the country, because I have never seen the water as bad as it is here in Vegas.
Yes, sir. And now it's at 40, so we might have just done damage to this coach. We'll have to see in the morning.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
Yeah. We got your coach washed up. You even sprayed off the patio a little bit after we were done. What was the final number on the cartridges after we finished up?
41 is what I saw.
CR Spotless, the company that sells these, recommends at 020 that you stop. So
at 20 we should have stopped.
But you're gonna sand the coach soon, so we kept washing.
It was all about you guys.
Yes.
Whatever we got to do to make it look accurate, and if we trash the coach, we'll fix it.
Yeah, so here in Las Vegas, we burned up a set of filters, about a $90 cost just for the filters on top of the whole DI system, which
without the labor and the soap.
Yeah, no labor and no soap and no wash sponges, all that good stuff. So $90 just in the DI resin. Now, you actually have to buy the DI system, the cartridges. That's about what, 500 bucks, or how much is it for the system before the cartridges?
Do you remember?
Look.
Yeah, it was probably $600-700 bucks, I think, for everything.
Yeah,
to get started. But it probably came with a system with the new cartridges to begin with. So
yeah. So, and I'll make sure to leave a link in the description below, because I do have to be honest, even though it is pretty expensive and $90 in filtered water, I would never consider touching a coach like this. This is a Dean Laux painted Liberty coach. We just did a whole video all about that. I'll leave that in the description below. But I would never touch this with hard water. I think it was worth the 90 bucks in washing it, you know, with the deionized water. What's your experience washing with deionized water versus without it? Do you think it's worth that much money?
Oh, it's worth more than that, because if you took the water the way it came out of the system here and you washed anything, it would be trashed.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have water spots all over it, whether it's a car, a motorcycle, your coach, whatever it is gonna have water spots on it. Now, if it's maintained and it has the ceramic on that we use, the Teo ceramic, that will help release those and wipe them off easier. So if you didn't have it, you could have a pretty good expense in trying to fix washing a vehicle without filtered water.
Yeah, and then also keep in mind that this is the hardest water in the country. For those of you that have followed the channel for a long time, I detailed professionally before I started making YouTube videos. So I've tested water all over the country, and this is the hardest water in the country. So the filters will last a lot longer in other parts of the country that have cleaner water, but we wanted to give you guys a real look at what the real expenses of DI water actually are.
Andrew, how much would it cost you to wash the truck and trailer, or the coach and trailer?
Yeah, so back when I was doing it professionally, now my prices went up, but when I got out of business about a year ago, I would have been at about $350 to wash the coach and trailer. Now, my DI costs were a little, still really expensive, but I got it at more of a commercial level. So I probably had $40 to $50 in DI costs, but then labor, bringing a van out to an RV park, a lot of expenses involved. So what do you think? I mean, do you think at $350, do you think that'd be fair to wash a bus and stacker trailer?
That's why I do it myself.
Exactly. True story.
It cost me 90 bucks.
Yeah, exactly.
And I had some free labor.
Hey, that works out. Yeah.
Professional labor.
True story. And I actually really always enjoy cleaning one of these, because this coach really is a work of art. So I always enjoy cleaning a bus that you painted, just because it's not just a regular RV. It's like a work of art.
Well, so, Andrew, I can't tell you how odd it was for me to stand there and watch you shake until I could let you have the pole in your hand and wash a little bit. I mean, you could tell you were anxious to get back at it.
True story. I couldn't wait to jump in. I had to jump in, and wanted to bring you guys along, and maybe we could teach you guys something. Dean, anything else you have for the folks on YouTube about DI water or washing coaches?
You know, it's changed my life ever since I started using it, probably 3-4 years ago, and so that's why I carry it around with me.
Yeah.
If I can't use water, then I got to use the Willie's Garage Anywhere wash, which is what we sell, and that would, you know, take me about 3 hours just to do the coach, where in this case we had an hour to do both with water. But you turn around and walk away with it if it's clean.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, is if the water, if you have DI water and the water's actually clean, you don't need to dry it. So we just wash it, spray it, rinse it. And I've done some other videos kind of sharing some detailed tips in depth, and I'll leave some of those videos in the description below.
So here's the problem. If you get a system that does not have a gauge on it, like mine's got the little gauge, you'll see Andrew pressing it and it shows us a number. Now my problem was, never in my whole entire life have I seen these things go dead in one washing.
Yeah.
I mean, I might check it if I got to the next project or 2 projects down, but when Andrew walked up the other day and said, man, look at this number, I'm like, wow, they went that quick. And then we said, well, let's put a fresh batch in and get it back to 0. And it was today. Yep. And then we washed around it and just watched the number climb. I just wouldn't have known it. So if you don't have a gauge on it, you're not going to know when your water's bad.
Yeah,
you gotta have the one that's got the gauge, and you press the button and it tells you if you've got good water or bad water.
And then not only do you want to test it before every time you wash your coach, but you also want to test it multiple times while you're washing your coach, just because you can create a lot of headaches for yourself.
It's different out west than it is back in Florida or in Indiana, so I get it now.
Yeah, true story. So
I learned something.
Yeah, well, Dean, I can't thank you enough for taking us along and letting me wash your coach with you. I enjoyed it. And,
it was tough, but someone had to do it.
Hey, I'm honored to, and appreciate all of your support for the channel. I greatly appreciate all of you out there on YouTube liking these videos and subscribing to the channel. Hope you're all having a great day. Thanks again.
See you, everybody. Bye.